Today, Earth is the only habitable planet in our solar system, but things were different some 3.5 billion years ago. There was another habitable planet, Mars. Mars had rivers and lakes. With its rolling hills, fluffy clouds, and calm waters, it could easily be Earth today. Possibly, there was some sort of life on the surface of Mars. It had liquid water and a thick atmosphere. But something dramatic happened to that atmosphere and turned Mars into a barren wasteland that we see today. Mars's atmosphere is less than 1% of that of Earth. That leaves the surface exposed to solar radiation. So, life as we know it is not possible on the surface of Mars. The main issue with Mars is that it does not have a global magnetic field. Scientists believe that Mars once had a global magnetic field, but the iron core dynamo that generated the magnetism mysteriously shut down billions of years ago. The magnetic field protects a planet's atmosphere from being blown away. So once there was no magnetic field, Mars started to lose its atmosphere. Today, solar winds traveling at 1 million miles per hour are carrying away the atmosphere at an astonishing rate of 100 grams per second. This loss becomes significant over time. A stream of protons and electrons flows from the sun. These subatomic particles produce an electric field that accelerates ions in the upper Martian atmosphere to an escape velocity. At this rate, it will only take a couple of billion years for the Martian atmosphere to disappear completely. Scientists believe that our sun was much more active in its earlier stage of the life cycle. That's why most of the Mars atmosphere was stripped when Mars was relatively young. Temperature and atmospheric pressure on Earth are high enough for water to exist in solid, liquid, and vapor forms. But this is totally different on the red planet. Due to the lack of atmosphere, there is low temperature and low pressure on Mars. Therefore, water is not stable in liquid state on Mars. At such low pressures, water boils instantly. That's why water on Mars is usually found in ice and vapor states. But things were different in the past. There is strong evidence that liquid water once existed on Mars. There were rivers, lakes, and oceans. This picture shared by NASA shows a flow pattern created by small rivers that eventually turned into bigger ones. According to scientists, most of these features were created a long time ago, when Mars had a different climate. To successfully terraform Mars, we need to reverse the process. We need to raise the atmosphere so that humans could walk around without a pressurized spacesuit. The easiest way to do that would be to use carbon dioxide, already present on the red planet. We could melt the polar ice caps to release huge amounts of trapped carbon dioxide, or we could build factories to generate greenhouse gases. It'll thicken the atmosphere and act as a blanket to warm the planet. But Mars will continue to face the loss of atmosphere due to solar radiation waves. Mars desperately needs a magnetic field, and we need to find a solution. There are several proposals to fire up the Martian core. Some scientists think that we should be injecting Mars' core with radioactive waste to kickstart it, while other scientists think that an artificial magnetic field may be the answer to this problem. But terraforming Mars on a global scale would be very difficult with our current technology. So, some scientists envision a future in which terraforming would happen in small enclosed areas on the surface of Mars. But given enough time and effort, we can one day terraform the red planet and turn it into Earth 2.0.